He's been doing that for over an hour. Looking at that photo album Miguel and Charity gave him.
What with all those pictures of him and Sheridan?
He finishes it, and then he starts at the beginning again. Over and over.
I wish he'd just stop torturing himself. Sheridan's dead. She's never coming back.
That's a little bit harsh, Hank. I mean, Luis does need to mourn. He needs to say goodbye to Sheridan in his heart.
Yes, but she'd want him to get on with his life.
You know, I am feeling much better. It's not too late to go out, is it?
You know, I don't know.
I would love to see more of the island.
Oh, that sounds like a fine idea. Walking around will get Diana's blood flowing. It might even jog her memory.
Maybe I'll even remember my real name.
Okay. Okay, we'll go for a walk. We'll stay out as long as you want.
I'll be in the lobby.
Okay.
Ryan, can I see you for a minute?
Excuse me 1 second.
Okay. You think this is a good idea? It's late. You have to work in the morning, put out to sea before dawn.
We'll see.
We'll see. Brian, you got bills. You have to work to pay those bills.
Yeah, don't you think I realize that, Liz?
And what about the money you promised me for letting Diana, or whatever her name is, stay here?
You'll get it. It's just... I don't know. I'm thinking about taking tomorrow off, maybe.
Off? Brian, you don't work. You don't get a paycheck. You don't get paid. I don't get paid.
Would you relax? You will get paid. I'm talking about 1 day here. That's it.
Brian, I see the way you look at her. I know it's not going to be just 1 day.
Well, how am I doing?
Better. Much better.
Good. When can I go home?
In a few days.
No, Eve, please. I want to get out of here now.
Yes, well, of course you do. But your health is the most important thing right now. And you're still paralyzed.
The specialist said it was only temporary.
Yes, it is, but we're not taking any chances. We're going to wait for the swelling in your spine to go down.
Dr. Russell, there's a messenger outside who insists he has to personally hand Mrs. Crane something.
What is it?
He wouldn't say.
Well, send him in.
You can only stay for a minute, Ivy. You still need to rest.
Ivy Crane?
Yes. Well, I wonder what this is. Oh. My formal divorce decree from Julian. Well, I already knew about that. What?
What's wrong?
As of midnight tonight, I am forbidden from entering the Crane estate.
Forbidden?
Oh, Rebecca. Oh, this reeks of Rebecca. Well, Julian may have divorced me, but he is not about to take my home. No way. I am not about to let Becky Wecky move into my house. No, Eve, I've got to get out of here. No, I've got to get home. I need to kick Rebecca out on her big fat butt.
Oh, but Mario, you are the most dramatic caterer on the East Coast. I just want you to think simplicity. Oh, well, of course I do. I want you to be creative. Just think simple and elegant. Julian, Mario, I'll call you right back. But, Julian, what happened to you?
Oh, I had a minor altercation with Pilar. It seems she's upset over my divorcing Ivy.
Well, that bitch, she is so fired.
What?
Well, now that you've divorced Ivy, there's no reason we have to keep Pilar on.
We can't fire her.
Why not? She's just the maid. If I want to get rid of her, why can't I?
Because I said so.
Oh. Well, why are you so concerned about Pilar all of a sudden? What does she have on you, Julian? Does she know some secret you're not telling me about?
Oh, damn it.
Mama, are you all right?
No, Teresa, I am not all right. And how can I be all right after what happened to you in Bermuda? Marrying Julian Crane. Losing your innocence to that sick, horrible man.
Mama, I was drunk. It was a mistake.
He got you drunk, Teresa. And it was more than just a mistake. It was the worst thing I could possibly wish for you.
Mama, everything will be taken care of. I mean, Julian, he will get the annulment, and no one will ever know that we were married.
Well, Julian must do it right away. Because if Ethan or Luis find out, they'll kill him.
I know, Mama, and that's the most important thing. That Luis and Ethan never find out.
What can I never find out, Teresa?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
I brought you a refill, Luis.
Thanks, Beth.
If there's anything else I can do, just holler, okay?
How long are you gonna keep doing this, buddy?
What?
Sit here, staring at these photos.
I don't know. Just miss her so much.
Of course you do. There's a fine line between mourning for somebody else and mourning for yourself.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
I know I sound like I'm a jerk. Like I'm being hard on you. But I see this as tough love. You know, you're gonna have to let Sheridan go. You're not gonna be able to do that by sitting here staring at these pictures.
Is everything all right?
Fine. Everything's fine. Actually, Liz here was just offering for the kitchen to make us some sandwiches. There's a little beach not far from here, actually, in walking distance. We can have a nice little moonlight picnic.
That sounds wonderful.
And who's going to pay for those sandwiches?
Put them on my tab.
Shoes. I don't have any shoes, and I mean, these clothes are the ones that you got me on the boat.
Liz, would you mind letting Diana borrow something of yours to wear?
I'm sure that my clothes wouldn't fit Diana. But there should be something in here.
Whoa, that's a lot of suitcases.
Confiscated from guests who didn't pay their bills.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I'm sure that there's something in there that Diana can wear. I tell you what, why don't you peel through all that stuff, find something to put on, and I'll meet you in the lobby.
It'll be good to get out and walk around, see the island.
I'm not running a charity here, you know.
You'll get your money, Liz.
Oh, yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
She's lost her memory. She might not even have any family.
Well, if she does, I'm hoping they're rich. Then they can give me a big, fat reward for taking care of her.
What can I never find out, Teresa?
I don't want you to find out.
what Mama is making for dinner tonight. It's a surprise.
Are you serious? And a surprise when I can smell it? Look, she's making my favorite, a roast con pollo. She used to make it for me back at the mansion. Sometimes it's like being a crane was actually someone else's life. But you know what? I'm through living in the past. Right now, I'm going to stay totally focused on my future. And you are my future, Teresa.
I love you so much, Ethan.
I love you too. But we have work to do. I've made a list. So why don't we sit down? We can start planning our wedding.
Now?
Do you have a better idea?
No, I guess no.
It's all so terrible, Teresa. The lies, the deception. Ethan wanting to marry you, not knowing that you're not free to marry.
Mama, as soon as Julian gets the annulment, I'll be able to marry Ethan. He will never know about Julian and me.
Am I doing this all by myself?
I'm sorry. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Okay. Well, first things first, the license. Since we went to Bermuda, our marriage license expired.
Oh, so what do we have to do?
No, just fill out another one. You just have to fill out this application, then I'll take it to them tomorrow. Are the bride and groom currently single, married, or divorced? Well, it's kind of a weird question. I mean, can you imagine someone who's already married applying for a marriage license? Ridiculous. But that's an easy question. Single for both of us?
Well, Julian, what does Pilar have on you?
Nothing. She has absolutely nothing on me, but think of the bad publicity. Pilar could run to the tabloids and Crane's fire minority housekeeper after years of loyal service. If Father saw that, he would have a cow.
Oh, all right then. We'll keep her for now. She's not number one on my priority list. Number one is planning our wedding. Oh, there are so many details.
Oh, for pity's sakes, Rebecca, I just got through telling you that Father doesn't want any more publicity.
Bad publicity. This is good.
Can't you wait a little longer? Sheridan has just died. My divorce has hit the papers, and for me to take another bride so quickly, the tabloids would love another scandal.
Oh, well, if they'd love another scandal, I'd be happy to give them one. You know, I wonder how they would react when they hear that Julian Crane arranged for the explosion that killed his sister.
Becca, please.
Well, here's the deal. You marry me, and I keep my mouth shut. Remember, a wife cannot be forced to
Testify against the husband. I know.
But if you don't marry me, well then, I'll sing like a nightingale, and oh, my poor little Pookie will go to the electric chair. I have to get home, Eve. I have to. I'm not going to let Julian and Rebecca kick me out of my house.
Can't leave now, Ivy. You're recovering from major surgery.
No, I'm fine. Eve, please just bring me my clothes.
No, I'm not going to sign a release.
Well, then I will sign myself out. Patients have that right.
You are being so foolish.
I am going home, whether you sign off on it or not.
Okay, all right. You can leave. But first you're going to have to sign a paper that says that neither I nor the hospital is liable and that you are leaving against medical advice.
Fine, I will sign anything. Just get me out of here.
I have to warn you, Ivy. If you leave now, there's a chance that you could be permanently paralyzed.
No, please, Eve, I am not going to let them take away what I have earned by putting in 20 years in that poisonous, rotten marriage. No. When I see Julian, I am going to rip his heart out. Oh, I mean, it's bad enough that he went out of the country to divorce me, but to have Harper draw up a document to keep me off the estate, that is too much. Will I get a hold of Julian? Oh, he's a dead man.
You can be so bad-tempered, Rebecca.
Well, I prefer to think of it as, passionate. And you, of all people, should appreciate that, Julian. See, because all that passion will be yours forever. All you have to do is hold up your part of the bargain. And no one will ever know about Sheridan.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, Harper?
Oh, you're not here to tell us there's a problem with Julian's divorce from Ivy, are you? I don't want anything to hold up our marriage.
No, Ivy is out of the picture. All the papers have been filed.
You have made my day, Harper. Isn't that good news, Julian?
The best.
Well, I'll be popping in and out here. I have so many plans to make. I want our wedding to be perfect. Ciao, caro.
Your face,
Don't ask.
obviously you haven't told Rebecca that you married Teresa in Bermuda.
Of course I didn't.
As your consul, I'm obliged to inform you that if you marry Rebecca, you'll be a bigamist.
Astonishing conclusion, Harper. You must have been top of your class at Harvard Law.
Yes, I was. And one of the first things I learned is that the client must be kept abreast of everything that's going on.
Oh, abreast. Well, that's what got me into trouble in the first place.
Well, the point is you must stall Rebecca.
Easy to say.
Well, you can't marry her, that's for sure.
Actually, you see, bigamy is the least of my problems when it comes to Rebecca.
Really? Why? What else is going on? What could do your reputation more harm than being a bigamist?
Being a murderer.
I hate to see you in pain. Is that so wrong, wanting my best friend to feel better?
And you think all I have to do is just try?
Like I said before, I see this as tough love. I'm not giving up on it. So this is what I think you should do. Start small. Have dinner with friends, with me.
Yeah, it's small, all right.
Meet me at the Lobster Shack in an hour. So, it's a date?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
See you there.
How's he doing?
He's gonna be fine. Just fine.
I want this to be a perfect wedding for you, Teresa.
I know you do, Ethan.
You know, after what happened the first time we tried to get married, I just want to make sure everything comes off just as we planned.
Well, what about your mother? I mean, she's still angry with me.
Look, don't worry about it.
But I do, Ethan. I mean, she still thinks that I'm the person who sent the email to the tabloid saying that you weren't to Crane.
Look, that's over. All right? I know you didn't send the email. Teresa, you are the woman I love. My mother's just gonna have to learn to deal with her anger.
I'm afraid that's not going to happen, Ethan.
Why do you say that?
Just no Ivy.
Look, you know, I am not going to let anyone keep this from being a perfect wedding for you.
It's gonna be our first and only wedding, and it's gonna be a memory we share forever. I can't wait to marry my beautiful, innocent bride.
Oh, Mama!
Laura, are you all right?
Murder? What are you talking about, Julian?
I'm going to tell you something, Harper.
Well, I hope it isn't what I think it is.
Sheridan's death, it was no accident.
Dear God, you killed your own sister? Well, this family, this time you've gone too far. I'm out of here.
Wait, Harper, it wasn't my idea. It was Father's.
Alistair's idea?
So if you abandon this family, you'll incur his wrath, and we both know what that means. I would strongly advise against your running out on us.
All right. I'll stay.
It's a wise decision, Harper. So you see, I had my sister killed. Rebecca knows. And if I don't marry her, she's going to blow the whistle.
Wait a minute. Rebecca is going to tell the police if you don't marry her?
That's why this annulment is so important. I have to marry her as soon as possible. If I don't...
You're looking at a long stretch in the penitentiary, or worse. Well, I'm still trying to put this together. You had Sheridan killed, and Rebecca knows?
Alas.
Why would you kill your own sister?
Father and I were worried that if Sheridan married Louise, he would get close to family secrets and start nosing around trying to find out what really happened with his father's disappearance.
Louise still blames you and Alistair for that?
He can never gain access to the Crane family's secret files.
And so to keep Louise away, you killed Sheridan.
God rest her soul.
Well, what's the logic in that? I don't get it, Julian.
You don't have to. Now you can see my predicament. I had Sheridan killed. Rebecca knows. That's why I need my marriage to Teresa annulled ASAP.
All right, I'll make a few more phone calls. But I have to give you fair warning. This is going to take time. Getting an overseas marriage and all is difficult. The best would be for you to persuade Rebecca to wait a few months.
Well, that simply isn't going to happen. She wants to get married now. If anyone stands in her way, Rebecca will eat them alive.
I've arranged for a nurse to be with you around the clock.
Wonderful.
The only problem is, I don't know exactly where to send her.
Send her to the Crane Mansion, of course, Eve.
Ivy, Julian borrowed you from the Crane Mansion.
It's my home, Eve. And no one is going to keep me out of it.
Is that ours?
Yeah. I thought we might get hungry, so.
I am getting my appetite back.
Great. Let's go then.
What a handsome couple you make. Do you mind if I take your picture? Oh, I don't know.
Sure, why not?
I must look a mess.
No. You look incredible.
Go ahead. Keep it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Doc, do you mind holding on to this for us while we're out?
Sure.
You know, I just wanted to thank both of you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done.
It was our pleasure.
We'll be seeing you when we get back, I hope.
Oh, we're not going anywhere.
Okay. See you later.
See you later.
Well, looks like Brian's sure smitten with Diana.
Yeah. I just hope he's not in over his head. What Brian doesn't realize is that somebody is coming after that girl to take her back where she belongs. And he's going to be left with just memories. I just don't want to see him get his heart broken.
What happened?
Oh, Mom just dropped a pot.
You okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Hey, Luis, so we decided to take your advice. Not wasting another day. We're planning our wedding.
I think Sheridan would have liked it that way.
Mom, please. You have to calm down. I mean, we can't let Ethan and Luis become suspicious.
Why not? Julian deserves to be punished.
But it was my mistake too, Mama. Julian didn't force champagne down my throat. Now, if Luis and Ethan find out, they will kill him. So the only way to handle this is to wait for Julian to get the annulment, and no one will find out.
Secrets always come out to me, huh?
Mama, this one can't. Ethan can never know.
You're starting off your marriage to Ethan by telling him another lie.
It's the only way, Mama. I mean, Julian will get the annulment, and I will marry Ethan.
Hey, Teresa, your brother just had a good idea. Why don't we just forget about planning the wedding and just the four of us jump in the car, drive to New Hampshire, and get married by the Justice of the Peace? What do you think?
No.
You can't.
This island is so beautiful.
Yes, it is. Are you hungry? Because that walk made me famished.
I could eat the whole basket.
Go for it. You'll have to forgive the crude packaging.
Forgiven.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's wrong with getting married tonight?
It's just... It's not romantic enough for us to just jump in a car and get married. Look at all the work that you put into planning this, Ethan. I mean, how can we let your efforts go to waste?
Yeah, you're right. I'm a fool. I mean, I wouldn't dream of messing up your first and only wedding. I mean, can you imagine looking up at the mantel in our first apartment and seeing a picture of us and the Justice of the Peace? You know, standing there with our clothes all rumpled from the drive? It smells like something's burning, Pilar.
Oh, food.
Mama.
I'm so terribly sorry. It's ruined.
Mama, in all my life, I've never seen you burn dinner before.
We were talking, and I just...
You know, the only time I ever smelled anything burning in this kitchen is when Teresa was cooking.
You say my wife-to-be can't cook?
No, Teresa's a great cook. She's just easily distracted. Well, I guess that's a sign or something.
Yeah, what's that?
I was supposed to meet Hank at the Lobster Shack for dinner, and then I came home, I saw Mama cooking, I figured I'd invite him over, and... Well, obviously there's no dinner anymore, so, come on, guys, what do you say? Let's go to the Lobster Shack, get something to eat.
Oh.
Huh?
I'd love to, Luis, but I still have to work on planning the wedding tonight.
Yeah, you know, I'll whip up some dinner. Maybe we could help. We could make sandwiches.
How about you, Mama? You want to grab a bite to eat?
No, son, I have a lot of things to do.
Well, I guess I better get going then and meet Hank.
Right. Go, just enjoy yourself.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
See you, Louise.
Bye.
Well, we still got some work to do, too. Figure out where we're going to spend our honeymoon.
Laundry, please, excuse me. I have things to do.
What's wrong with your mother?
She's just embarrassed about burning dinner.
My baby girl. Damn you, Julian Crane. Damn you for what you took away from my daughter.
It's locked. Oh, my keys were fried by the lightning. Oh.
Ivy, this is just an amazingly bad idea. Now, you belong in the hospital. Trying to force yourself into the Crane mansion is just going to cause you unnecessary stress.
This is my house, Eve. I am not going anywhere.
I'm doing all I can, Julian.
But do more. I need that annulment.
I'll get that for you, Pookie. You two men continue your business. Ah! Ew. Ah. You see what a good wife I'm going to be, Julian? So much better than Ivy ever was.
Don't ever mention that name.
Relax. We don't ever have to see her again.
I'll never see her in this mansion, that's for sure.
No. Oh, no. You are banned from these grounds, Ivy. What are you doing here? I'm going in. Oh, no. You are not coming in here.
Hey, you made it.
Yeah. Hank, thought it was just gonna be you and me for dinner.
Don't change your plan. Figured it'd be better for you to be around more people than just your boring old bud.
Hey, Luis, I'm glad you're here. We were waiting on you to order, and I am starving.
It was Julian Crane.
Mama?
What happened?
I am not going to tell you again, Rebecca. Get out of my way.
This is no longer your house. Julian divorced you, and I am his fiancée. So this is my house. And I'm not letting you in.
Oh, get out of my way, bitch! I'm coming through!
Over my dead body.
Oh, let go of my wheelchair!
Sorry, Ivy!
No!
Ivy!
Would you get on with it, man?
I'm moving as fast as I can, Julian. This annulment process is complicated because you married a woman in another country.
I don't care how complicated it is. You just get that bloody annulment so I can marry Rebecca. We have to stop her from blabbing to the world that I had Sheridan killed.
You're right, Liz. As soon as the woman finds out who she is, she'll leave the island and never come back. I know how you feel about Brian, but if this woman takes off, he isn't going to be happy.
Yes, he can barely take his eyes off of her. But how will this Diana remember her true identity?
All kinds of ways. Who knows what could trigger her memory? It could be anything. Something as simple as a sign or a television program, a newspaper article, anything. Anything could set her memory off.
I'm so hungry I could eat this paper and all.
What's wrong?
Sheridan Crane put to rest. Sheridan Crane.